Hey, what's up guys? And today we're going to look at some 5 of the back drafts with different approaches. So if you fancy actually getting your balls out onto the table and actually having 5 defenders in FPL, I got some teams for you. So the first 5 of the back team is choosing the absolute best defense, starting with Emoji Tattoo Man, Ederson. His smiley emoji actually deflects all shots towards goal, getting them all the clean sheets, which always happens because they have the amazing defenders of Walker and Zinchenko in front of him. You might as well captain him with that. Next premium snaps defender is Robertson. The Scottish ladd'll run so fast down the wing, absolutely bagpiping the ball in the box to get them assists and Liverpool clean sheets too. Next up, whilst he's not trying to chat up fans' pregnant wives, he gives it a good Mr. Whippy into the box to get it on Mane's forehead, getting even more of those Liverpool assists and clean sheets. Then with his baguette out is Luca Dean. He loves going up the wing and he also takes free kicks for Walcott or Bernard to finish. Oh wait, no, I mean they are finished. They ain't doing anything. Then surprisingly, one of the most chosen players is Aaron Wan Good Tackler Basaka. He was great last year for the price, but I'm not sure if he would be worth it at 5.5 million. But by the fact he's been chosen by so many, this is why he's here, without my consent. Our last defender is Zinchenko. Now I know I said best defense, but we already have Ederson, and Zinchenko will probably get similar returns in terms of minutes played, so he's in here for now for me to use and abuse and then leave him. So as you can see, we've gone for almost the best and most expensive defenders, and I think this is absolutely a freaking disaster if you do this. Double Liverpool and Man City defence, and even if they do almost as good as last season with clean sheets, they'll still blank in half the games. I personally think it's a bad idea, but moving on to accompany our 37 million spent at the back, we have Salah and Sterling. So yes, I guess this is the good thing about having 5 at the back, where players like Digne and Wan-Bissaka would earn you more points than some same price and even more expensive players, and you can put that million elsewhere, like into Sterling's pocket. Honestly, Sterling is almost on more wages than Salah and Kane combined. Like honestly, behave. Then up front we have Wilson, King and Jota. Obviously these front 5 can change to whatever you want, but it is actually quite good how you can fit an upper class forward in Wilson along with Salah and Sterling. But even though you're paying a lot for the defence, you don't really have many weak links and will probably score you decent points every week. Maybe I'll finally get more than 50 points in a game week. Now we're going to look at another 5 at the back, but with cheaper options to see how you can really use that to spread the funds, like Young spreads his legs to get in that Man United team. So starting goals, we have Fabianski. I think he is one of the better 5 million goalkeepers, stopping more shots than an alcoholic on a budget. And for $1 million less than Emoji Man, I think he can get not too far off points. Next, we have Virgin the Dijk, which is what FPL accidentally tweeted the other day. Maybe he is a virgin because no forward can penetrate that defence when he's in it. But he's the cheaper option over Robbo and Trento for similar points. Then we have Zinchenko, again to cover that Man City clean sheet, and a Poundland Walker will do just fine to get some points. Next up, we have the man with a Cole, it's Coleman. In open play, he has similar stats to Digne, apparently, but for a 0.5 mil cheaper, he's going straight in my basket. Then we have a potentially risque Ake. Bournemouth conceded over 70 goals, but still had 10 clean sheets, which is absolutely mad, lad. So Ake is either going to get minus points for conceded 6 in a game, or he's going to get clean sheet and a goal with no in between. Exactly what you need in FPL. Our last defender is again a 5 million in Holebas. He is a yellow card magnet, also redeeming his red card voucher every now and again, but he is actually a decent attacking returning defender, so isn't bad for the price. Now as you can see, this defence is a lot more budgeted, but as you will see soon, it allows you to proper spread out your funds like butter over the rest of your team and have a very strong front line, which I think will definitely cover the little bit less points with the Tesco value defenders. So in midfield, we have Salah and De Bruyne. I've not gone for Sterling in this one to spread out the funds even more, but honestly I think if De Bruyne hits the ground running, he will actually get similar to Sterling, and for 2.5 million cheaper, you could buy some epic game of V-Bucks. And then up front, we have Kane, Vardy and Wilson. So all pretty premium forwards and midfielders, and you would say it would be very likely for at least 1, probably 2 to get at least a goal, and even a very good chance they could all get some returns back. Actually, looking at this team, you can actually see the true benefit of putting those lower price players in defence to properly get some decent players forward, which usually gets you more points anyway. So now we've looked at 5 at the back with one of the best defences, and also a worsened backline. Let's now meet in the middle and build a solid team overall. So in goals we got Fabianski. I think for his price he is more worthy than Alisson or Emoji Lad, so he's in the net. Our defence starts with Trent, or you could have Robertson. I personally think Trent has more attacking potential as he takes free kicks and corners and sometimes also isn't afraid to shoot his shot. At a fan's pregnant wife, not a goal, but still just as good. Then we have the Chad, not Virgin van Dijk. Don't worry lad, I know you ain't a virgin, I'd happily let you get some points in my team for a slightly less price to get that good balance elsewhere. Next up, and again, Zinchenko. He likes to get around in my teams apparently, but like you may or may not know, he can get those Man City clean sheets. I'm not sure if I mentioned. And our last defender is Ake or Holebas or any other 5 mil defender. Don't worry, I'm not forcing you. You're allowed to go for anyone. Wait, no, you can't play Lukaku in defence. But Ake is again a pretty damn good point scoring cheap defender to always spread. So as you can see, a bit more balance but also covering all areas, double Liverpool, attacking potential from all, and all pretty good options for their price. Now, moving on to midfield, we've gone back for the Salah and Sterling combo. Everyone seems to like this combo, and I wasn't the biggest of fans, but I do feel like you need at least 2 premium players to rotate the captain armband when required, so that's what I've gone for here. Now, moving up to the forwards, we have Vardy, Wilson, and Jota. So not quite the premium of Kane, but again, the upper class standard of having Vardy and Wilson could probably score you more on a consistent level over the year. So this has great value in points at the back, the premium higher scoring pair of Salah and Sterling to rotate captain, and then also a very decent front line to get those extra points. So there we have it, 3 5 of the back teams for you to consider. I personally probably won't go for 5 of the back, as it is more difficult to get out the cheaper defenders if they aren't performing well, unless you know you always want to stick to 5 of the back and rotate the well scoring defenders when they do well. Otherwise you'd have to take out funds elsewhere, completely reshaping your team. So let me know what you guys think on 5 of the back, which one out of these 3 teams you would prefer, and what your current team is now. So thanks for watching, and remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.